Well, wait, there we go. What are you doing,
Sorry,
Ryan?
there you go. You're good. Yeah.
All right, hey, everybody, look at us. Hey, last time we said that Bethany was episode 7. Turns out we kind of lied to you. She was episode 8.
Yeah.
We're trying to fix that, and look at us, right?
That's right.
Episode 9.
All right.
Look at us go.
All righty.
Wow, man. Today's just a fucking special day because I'm actually meeting a man for the very first time just now. And his name's Luis. And I don't even know your last name. You're welcome to say it or not.
Noriega, the real Noriega.
Luis Noriega.
No relation to the Panamanian dictator, FYI.
Luis is a stand-up comedian.
I try to be.
Yeah. So let's see. Hey, Luis, what's your deal?
I mean, my deal is, I don't know what my deal is. I'm still trying to figure out my deal. I'm at that point in life where, you try to figure out what you're supposed to do in life. My whole life, I thought, I was in the military for 12 years. Everything was going fine. My mom ended up getting diagnosed with Alzheimer's. So I ended up getting out to take care of her. And when I got out, I didn't know what I was going to do. All I knew was the military lifestyle. Now, taking care of an elderly person, I had to, refocus and refigure out what am I going to do now. I moved back home with my pops. I love my dad. He's a good guy. And it's basically me and him taking care of an elderly woman, which is a sitcom if you think about it, because it's pretty funny. Some of the stuff that we've kind of dealt with, but it is what it is. When I was doing that, I was depressed, man. I'm not going to lie. I was going to bars and just drinking myself into a stupor. Watching your mom slowly die in front of you is something I will never wish on my worst enemy. But through that, there was an open mic one time, and I found out that, wow, getting up there and venting, just yelling and getting all that emotion out felt good. And a lot of people say I'm a stand-up comedian. I'm like, I don't do stand-up. I just go to therapy. Stand-up is my therapy. I get up there and I vent. And I grew up in the beautiful city of Boyle Heights. It's beautiful now, but it's getting integrated. A lot of what is it called? Gentrification. A lot of kids from the Midwest are moving in there and kind of bringing up the property value. So all the poor people are going to have to move out pretty soon. I don't mind it. Boyle Heights used to be a Jewish community. Little by little, the Mexicans moved in, took it over. And, it is what it is. It goes in cycles. Now, there's a lot of people from the Midwest coming in. Why get mad? Why avoid change? It's cool. Growing up there, I hated it simply because there was gangbangers everywhere. I grew up in the most gang-infested neighborhood of Boyle Heights, and the one thing I want to do, I was like, I just want to get the hell out of here. I want to get the hell out of here. Ended up joining the military at 21. I was like,
what part of the military?
I joined the Coast Guard. It was I had the
most chicken shit one of them all.
Wait a minute over here now. Again, the reason, all right, first of all, I grew up in Boyle Heights. By the time I joined the military, I already had PTSD from shootings. So, bullshit. I have buddies that...
I'm just fucking with you, bro.
I got buddies who are Marines. We all grew up together. We wanted to join... there was a movie called Colors back in the days. And me and my buddies loved that movie with Sean Penn, Robert Duvall. And we wanted to become cops. We're like, we want to become cops. We want to clean up our neighborhood. So one of my buddies joined the Marines. Another one joined the Navy. And they all started joining the military. And I gave the whole community college try. I went to ELAC, East Los Angeles Community College. Wasn't really a good school. I was just there to
It's a terrible school.
It's right. But yeah. It was, I called it second Roosevelt because it was just all the people that didn't get to go to a 4-year college ended up at ELAC. So I was like, all right. I ended up going. Didn't like it, so I was talking to my buddy. I got one right here. I ended up talking to my buddy, and I'm
good, thank you.
I'm good. I got mine. I wanted to join the LAPD, but I got rejected. The reason I got rejected by the LAPD when I was 21 was because when I worked at Baskin Robbins, the one right there on Atlantic, when a pretty girl would walk in, I would give away ice cream cakes. I'd be like, "Oh, you want an ice cream cake? Here, just get one from the freezer, take it." Trying to flirt with the girls, whatever. So when I went to the police academy, they asked me, "Have you ever stole from an employer?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, when I worked at Baskin Robbins, I gave away a couple ice cream cakes, no big deal. Happened when I was like 18." They're like, "Oh, well, that shows a lack of maturity. You can't really join." So I was pissed. Went home, smoked a fat joint for like the first time. I was like, fuck it. If I'm not going to become a cop, I'm going to smoke a joint. I'm going to smoke some weed. Smoke some weed. I get a letter in the mail a couple days later saying like, no, you actually did qualify. That was just a test to see. So I'm like, fuck. So like,
But now you got marijuana.
I got
marijuana in your system.
So now I got pot in my system. Like, well, now I can't be a fucking
now
cop.
You can't pass the
now I can't be right.
test.
So I fucking shot myself in the foot. Right. Thanks for laughing, dog.
That's hilarious.
So I call my cousins. I call all my cousins because I had cousins in the Marines. I had uncles in the Army. I had uncles in the Navy. And I told them, hey, look, I want to be a cop, but I fucked up. This is my story. And I talked to all of them. And the one that was in the Coast Guard ended up getting kicked out for 2 DUIs. He got kicked out of the Coast Guard. And he still was able to become a Border Patrol agent. And I was like, how'd you do that if you got 2 DUIs? I'm like, dude, it's the Coast Guard. All we do is law enforcement. Just say that you did it when you were young, blah, blah, blah. So he told me, just join the Coast Guard. So I ended up joining the Coast Guard because I was like, well, I want to do law enforcement, and that's the place where I'm going to learn, so screw it. And that's why I joined the Coast Guard. Plus, the other thing was they told me, the Coast Guard, we save lives. We don't take lives. And I was like, okay, I'm for that. My dad kind of doesn't like the military. He's a big Clearwater Revival guy. And he always tells me, like, dude, they're just going to use you like a puppet, manipulate you. You're going to be a number for them. He hated the fact that I was going in the military. And, like, he was like, don't do it. They're going to brainwash you. I'm like, what am I going to do here? I need to get the hell out of here. I want to see the world. I enjoyed my time in the military, man. I did a lot of cool shit.
Yeah, did you get to, like, ever save anybody?
Yeah, man, because I spoke Spanish. Every time we would go down to South America, they got me as a translator.
Yeah, they always got those people that built their own rafts and
yeah,
shit,
and no, man, there's some fucked up stories where, like, these guys, they'll charge these people money to bring them to the U.S., they'll take them out to the middle of the ocean, jump on a speedboat, and leave them out there to die, and they'll fucking go back to their homeland. Yeah,
and they just take their money and fucking take off?
And it was some jacked up stuff that I saw. I was like, holy
crazy.
crap!
Wow.
They're like, some people are assholes out there, man.
Okay, I'm taking back the most chicken shit part of the military.
I'm just saying, it's a different branch.
I'm taking it back.
It's a different branch, and I enjoyed it.
I think you're a fucking hero, man.
See, I wish my dad would say that, because I did a lot of cool shit.
I could be your dad.
I think you could be, man. See,
yeah, I mean, look, we got the same look.
I think we do, man. And I think we like enjoy spending our times at the bars.
What kind of race are you, Luis?
I am Mexican.
I wanted you to be Mexican so bad. I love me Mexicans.
See, again, good Mexicans.
I was made an honorary Mexican by my last girlfriend's
really?
Stepfather.
Ah.
Yeah, he came up to me. I was having a barbecue, and he said, Dougie, I want to make you an honorary Mexican. And I said, okay, cool. And he goes, so I'm going to give you a new name. And I said, what's my new name? And he said, Kiko.
Yeah.
And everybody laughed, and I was like, this is a fucked up name, you know? So, but it turns out that there's like a novella.
Yeah.
And that's a guy that lives in a trash can.
The Chavo del Ocho. It's a kid's, it's kind of like a kid's
but the
TV
guy
show.
lives in a trash can, and his name's Kiko.
So he's like the Mexican Oscar the Grouch?
But
no.
Yes.
That's
yes.
No, but that's Chavo. You're talking about Chavo del Ocho lives in a trash can. Kiko's his neighbor with the ball.
Oh, I don't know that part.
Yeah.
See, I'm just honorary. I'm not Mexican.
No, I feel you. No, I feel. See, but that's a good thing, though. That
you're like Bill Cosby.
I still feel. Hey, hold on. When that man did that to me, I felt 100% truly fucking honored.
Right.
To be in the cult, you know?
And that's another thing that I enjoyed about the military, bro. You get to mix with other people from all over the world. I met some of my buddies from like Kentucky, Boston, some Irish dudes from Boston, some black dudes from Baltimore, Cubans from Miami, and it's a good feeling when you like get together with different races, different cultures, and you guys learn from each other.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that I always say. Like, a lot of people that make fun of me, like, oh, why'd you join? I met a lot of cool people, man.
Yeah, that's like when they, like when you get up on stage and you say a black guy, a Mexican guy, a white guy, and a Jew walked into a bar and everybody wants to beat you up and you go, we just ordered a drink.
It's true though, man. And that's one of the things that piss me off right now about the comedy game, that you can't mess around like that anymore. I'm like,
you can.
I do it because I don't give a damn.
I don't either.
I don't give. Can you cuss
What
on
the
this?
fuck are they doing?
All right. I don't give a fuck.
I don't give a fuck.
That's what I'm saying. One story. I was stationed in Miami one time. I was in Miami, and I used to go to this bar to watch football because they used to sell PBRs for $1 on Sunday.
Yeah.
Tall boy PBRs for $1, and I was like, that's a fucking great deal. I used to get fucked up with like $10. So I met this little fat Asian kid that looked like the little fat kid from Up.
Yeah.
You know, little fat. So I met this fat Asian kid. I'm like, hey, come here, man. And we just started drinking, talking.
Yeah, became your best
became
friend.
a buddy. So we're walking home after. We're gonna go get some food, and it was Black Biker Week that week. It was like all the South Beach, just Black Biker Week. All these black people showed up, and there was a line for a club, and this black guy saw me and my Asian friend walking by, and he looks at the Asian kid and he says, hey, where y'all going to get some fried rice? And I got my buddy, turned him around, I was like, no, we're gonna go get some fried chicken. You want to come? The whole line started laughing. They were like, what the fuck? And then they were like, I was like, hey, you gotta talk shit. You better be able to handle it. And he's like, yeah, you're right. Shook my hand. We went inside to the bar with them, started drinking with these people. Again.
Became best friends.
Yeah, that dude, the little fat Asian kid, thought we were gonna get our ass kicked. I think we could have probably got our ass kicked, but the guy was like, hey, you're gonna talk shit about the Asian guy. You better be able to handle it when we talk shit about you. Yeah. And that's my mentality. Everybody talks shit. Just be able to handle it. Have some thick skin. We're all friends. Another time I was in the military, this lady called me Speedy Gonzalez because this lady saw that I was working really, really fast, and she called me Speedy Gonzalez. When she called me that, she got called into an office and got yelled at because they told her that was racist. And I was like, no. I understand what you meant. I'm working fast. It was a compliment. But this is the world we're creating.
And funny.
Right. The fact that she was like, oh, you're like a little Speedy. If she would have called me Slowpoke Rodriguez, I would have got mad. But she called me Speedy because I was busting my ass.
But I've met a couple of those.
Yeah, there's some, but again, I wasn't mad. I wasn't offended. The fact this poor girl started crying and apologizing, like, you don't have to apologize.
Yeah,
I'm okay.
Offensive.
Again.
I don't know. I truly believe, like deep in my heart, that being somewhat offensive, which I am every goddamn day, that it makes friends.
Yeah.
I got this old guy over there at the bar. His name's Eddie. And one of these days, Eddie's going to come and do this podcast. But he swears to his soul that he won't. So next week, everybody, be prepared to have Eddie here. But Eddie is just... When I moved into this town, every single person thought I was a homeless man that walked into the fucking bar.
I've gotten that a few times myself, man. I let the beard grow, let the hair grow. I'm trying to...
Well, I come home from doing plumbing all day. I'm all filthy, dirty, and I wear this stupid jacket every day. But this has become my podcast shirt.
It's a sick jacket, man. It's a sick jacket. I like it.
Yeah, it's sick, man. It's wearing away, man. We're going to get this one done. But Inky old Eddie, every time that I'm with him, and something funny's going down, and Eddie will be over there, and I'll go, yeah, that's why I love me some Eddie. And I start talking all this gay shit. And he gets so pissed off at me, man. And everybody's just fucking laughing like a motherfucker.
It's a joke, man. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Everybody nowadays...
the end of my theory is last weekend I went and replaced his kitchen sink and his faucet and made everything look brand new and beautiful. And I truly do love me some Eddie. And he's an old white guy too. So I mean, can white people fuck with white people?
Yeah.
Yeah, because not all white people. Again, that's the thing.
I mean, I work with Mexicans, and
Right.
if you come from a different city, they fucking hate your ass.
I don't think it's a race thing. I think it's a class thing. I think I don't like because most of my buddies that I got along with in the military were poor, which I was poor too. It's the rich, ritzy people. I don't care if you're black, white, Asian. Rich people don't see eye to eye with a lot of poor people. And, like, I think the poor people get along because we're like, hey, you use butter containers for Tupperware? I did, too. We got that in common. You know, like, oh, your family used to go outside when you guys would go to Disneyland to eat out in the streets to save money.
Absolutely.
And, again, it's a
Hey,
thing.
look at that. Ramen noodles again tonight.
Right.
Wow.
And it's a class thing. I don't think it's a race thing in this country that divides us.
Oh, leave me alone. It's his deal.
What?
Yeah,
No,
like,
I know, dude. When
Okay,
I was
look.
growing up, man, my stepdad had a fucking. I mean, it was like it's so funny because when I started having like a Disneyland pass, I had my own money to like have a Disneyland pass. I would pack sandwiches. I'd have all kinds of shit. But it's because my stepdad used to have. Dude, we would go out of if we were spending a day at Knott's Berry Farm or Disneyland. It was because we somehow came across some fucking discount tickets or something
Or
like
the
that.
cans. The cans used to have the
Yeah,
buy one, get
exactly.
free,
Some
yeah.
or in the entertainment book. Remember
Yeah.
the entertainment book? And then my dad would have this whole spread. I mean, he would pop open the fucking hatchback, and then he'd pull out a table. We'd sit in the fucking parking lot, sandwiches, lunchtime, and then it was like make yourself a couple extra to take in with you because we ain't eating dinner.
Yeah. And again, it doesn't matter if you're white, black, Asian. Everybody could relate to that, and those are the people I like because
Yeah.
those are the people that are like, we're all the same. It's the rich people that try to divide us and say we're not the same, we're all different, and put us into different classes. And that's what pisses me off.
I just truly believe that it's social media. You
I see
know,
that too, yeah.
Where you can type in anything you fucking want. The thing is, that's why I don't type, because I'm a mean old fucking white dude. But
It gets you in trouble. I got in trouble.
no,
I've
no.
gotten in trouble with it.
I'm not afraid of trouble. I just don't think that anybody gives a fuck about my opinion.
No, but see, that's where you're wrong, though. You are in this country was founded on the right to have an opinion, whether popular or not. And now they're saying some opinions shouldn't be out there. I'm like, no. Even if you're racist, I still want to hear your opinion simply because I want to know where you're coming from.
But I'd rather fucking talk to you in person
Again, because
than sit there like a little fucking sissy and
But that's-
type it in.
that's technology that's
I
messing
don't
us
even
up.
know how to spell some of the
Right,
words.
same
I
here.
wanna write,
That's why I try to
know?
avoid technology. The older I get, the more I hate technology. Simply because I had a girlfriend who went to a party, and her father had just gotten an Instagram. Her father got an Instagram, and like he took a picture of one of his wife's friends that had a fat ass, took a picture of it, and shared it. Oh, look what they brought me for my birthday. And then his wife saw it. Everybody got mad at him, and that's why I say, my girlfriend told me that, oh, that guy's an idiot. And I'm like, no, you gotta understand. This guy doesn't know how to use this technology yet. This is how guys talk. When we see a hot lady, like, hey, look at the tits on her. Look at the ass on her. That's guy talk. A lot of guys do that.
Yeah.
It's not bad. That's just the way we are. We're pigs. But the fact that this guy had technology and evidence where he could get caught and get called out, it's not a good thing. That's why whenever I go to a bar and somebody pops out their phone, I'm like, put that fucking phone away. We're here to fucking enjoy our time, have a good time, discuss some shit. We might say some stupid shit that doesn't make any sense, but if you record me saying like, hey, I whatever it is.
Whatever.
Right. They might record a little snippet, and then hey, we got
And then
evidence.
it's all out of context.
That's what it happens to me all the time.
Yeah.
There was a girl, Lee Garay. She's a funny comedian. She ended up winning a competition that I held at a bar that I go to, and I went up to her all drunk, and I was like, "Hey, for a chick, you're really funny." And it looked like an insult. And my girlfriend hits me, and she's like, and I'm like, no, that's not how I meant it. But again, guys are Neanderthals. We don't know how to fucking use our words sometimes. How are we gonna get in trouble? Like this is what I'm getting at. Like,
Well, we're not used to funny women.
again, that's a funny joke. But this girl, but again, that's why I'm saying that I came out looking like a fucking misogynistic asshole. I wasn't. I was giving her props. I'm like, dude, you're super funny for a chick.
No, I'm going with misogynist.
I'm a little, but again, because you say we're not used to. But it was a funny incident that I was like, damn,
I fucking love it.
I gotta check myself. I gotta learn how to use my words a little bit more. See, right now I can't even better. How do I say better? More eloquently.
I like that.
But it took me a while because
Look at you.
I'm a guy. Guys don't use our words. We just, hey, boobs, ass. We're Neanderthals, man.
Okay. I bet you that chick has a vagina.
That's what I'm saying, man. That's why a lot of people got mad. I don't want to bring politics in.
I don't think vagina is a
again,
political word.
But this is what I'm saying. Like, Donald Trump used to say a lot of dumb shit, but
Oh, no, he was great, though.
But I'm saying, let him finish his, because I think he was a guy's guy. He didn't get his point across the right way, and that's what I'm saying. I don't think I could ever run for politics because I would get in trouble because of the way I speak. I don't know how to fucking bullshit people enough.
Yeah.
To like not stay out of trouble. Like if they tell me what's the big problem in the Mexican communities, they're like, oh, little girls are getting pregnant way too young. Like, but I'm not trying to say like, oh, all Mexican kids get pregnant at a young age, but I'm like, no, but that's a problem. Yeah. In Mexican culture, we get told, start a family, start a family, start a family. Because in Mexico, if you have a big piece of land, the more hands you have on deck that are your kids, the more hands you have to work on the ranch, the less you have to pay other people. That's why that mentality has stayed with a lot of Mexican people. My dad, I'm 38. I have no kids. My dad thinks I'm a loser because I have no kids.
Hey, Louise, I think you were telling me when you walked in here that you're starting yourself up a podcast.
I do have one, yeah. It's an interview show. It's an interview show, yeah.
All right, why don't you tell my crowd how to get in touch with you for that?
I'm barely learning how to get into this. Again, I'm not very technologically savvy. That's why we got
that's
Ryan
why we
over
got
here.
Ryan.
You got the nerd, the computer
We
nerd.
all got Ryan.
I'm a nerd over here. No. I'm doing it on Instagram. You can follow my Instagram, Noriega Comedy, on Instagram. And I interview people. I after I got out of the military, I went to the Los Angeles Film School. The problem with the world today is that you're a young kid full of piss and vinegar. You do not want to be in a fucking classroom all day. I hated fucking learning about shit in a classroom sitting down. I'm a hands-on guy. Give me something hands-on. As a kid, I wanted to go to the LA Film School and try to work in film. My dad told me that's a pipe dream. We don't work in that. Get yourself a city job.
Yeah.
Fuck your dreams. And I'm like, but I
grab yourself a shovel and get moving.
Right. After I got out, I started using the GI Bill, got my associate's degree. I'm still working for my bachelor's to try to work in film. I like doing all this lighting stuff. It's a union job. I like doing this stuff. But
yet you're not as genius as Icky old Ryan.
Well, yeah, no, this guy got it at a younger age. No.
But this
different skills. It's different skills.
Okay, but Louise, you gotta fucking admit that Ryan is fucking goddamn brilliant.
To be honest, I got a niece that could probably do all this shit, and she's like 10 years old. And I'm like, how the hell?
It's really not that hard. It's just that
I just don't want her listening to what we're talking about.
No, I want her to listen to what I'm talking about because my niece gets told she shouldn't be washing dishes. That's because it's gonna make you into a prototypical housewife. And I'm like, screw that. I used to wash dishes when I was a 10-year-old kid.
Yeah.
Still do.
Yeah, but now my sister-in-law is teaching my goddaughter like, no, do not be a slave for a man. Do not do this. And I'm like, screw that, dude.
Yeah.
Well, exactly. And that's the thing. You're teaching kids how to be freaking lazy. My goddaughter, I love her, but she is obese. She's obese. The other day she came over 6 a.m. We're babysitting her because the schools are closed.
Put the camera back on him.
We're babysitting her. She starts making herself an ice cream sundae at 6:30 in the fucking morning. 6 a.m. And I tell my dad, what are you doing? Why are you letting her make it? Just let her. I'm like, no, this is not healthy. Like, oh, you're fat shaming her. I'm like, no. Health is something different than shame. Like, what she is eating just to shut her up, it's not healthy. But I'm the bad guy. I'm the asshole for calling her out.
But also, like, I think shame is what gets you to fucking shape up, right?
My aunt yes. Yeah.
That's why I shame you every day, Ryan.
Well, yeah. I mean,
not just trying to make you a better man.
Look, it works. It works.
You've been here for like 3 months, and I think you're a better fucking human being for it.
There you go. And that's the thing.
And, hey, There's nothing I love more than when it's my turn to get the beating.
Yeah, same here.
Like I'll be at the bar and I've made fun of every single person that's been in the bar for fucking goddamn ever, you know?
You Catholic?
I was born and raised a Catholic,
I
but
think that's the thing.
I'm nothing.
Maybe.
No, I think we like the shame. A lot of people say Jewish people like perfected shame, but Catholicism.
That's some true
they're
shame.
good at making you do
All right,
shit there,
so
man.
but and every once in a while I'll say something and then somebody's got a cool comeback, and then every single person that's sitting there has been just waiting.
Just dying for it. Yeah.
Just waiting for this minute. And then I got to do that walk of shame, you know, where I put my arms straight down and my head down.
That Charlie Brown walk.
Yeah.
Yeah, that song.
And it makes me so gloriously happy.
Yeah.
Because it's all for fun.
Yeah.
You know.
100%.
I mean, I've caught. I'm a slow burn, so I always I wait. I wait until
That's what you do.
For the perfect moment.
Yeah, for the perfect moment
perfect money
to just get you to burn.
Yeah. I love that, though. I mean, nothing makes me more happy than having friends when they can do that to me.
See, again, that's the thing that I'm learning in the comedy game. Not everybody is like me and my buddies.
Well,
Again,
dude, absolutely. Not everybody can take the heat.
Yeah.
And it's like they want to give it, but they don't want to take it.
And
you know?
But it's also me learning, like, hey, especially growing up in the, I played sports as a young kid.
How far can I go?
Right,
Yeah.
I played sports as a kid. So when you play sports, especially in the inner city, there's fools that are like gonna try to bully you and talk shit, and the only thing you gotta do is talk shit back. So I grew up with that. In the military, when I joined the military, I had this dude from Alabama that came up to me and told me like, "Hey man, for a Mexican, you ain't that bad." And I was like, okay, thank you, I guess. But I know what he was trying to say. No. He was trying to give me a compliment.
Hold on, he did exactly what you did to that fucking chick.
Yeah, right. But see, the only difference is I knew what he was trying to say. I talked to him like, well, he was trying to backpedal, but I was like, no, I get what you mean, but why do you feel like you have to apologize?
Maybe he was trying to say, I haven't met a whole lot of Mexicans,
right?
And you're funny.
No, because he's exposed.
And just didn't use those words.
He was exposed, and he told me, look, my dad growing up in Alabama was kind of racist towards everybody else, but me getting to know you, you're not a bad guy. You're actually a good hard worker. You're a good guy.
Yeah.
You got some decent morals. But I get it. It's not everybody gets told a couple things. Like, see, me being Mexican, there's a thing between Mexicans and Salvadorians. Like,
yes,
right. They kind of
Big
they
thing.
kind of hate each other
always
because whatever it might be.
Oh yeah. Well,
But
dude,
I've had a lot of Salvadorian girlfriends, and my dad's like, "Oh, what are you doing? You're gonna embarrass us." I'm like, "Why? Like, what the hell?" Because my dad wants me to stick with a nice Mexican girl.
So my ex that you know, she was half Salvadoran, half Mexican.
Okay.
So my joke used to be, yeah, she hated herself.
That's a funny joke. That's a good joke.
funny because, like, I got a crew of like 9 guys that work for me every day, and they're all Mexican. I'm the only white guy on the job, man. And I'll go, like, hey, how's so-and-so doing? I'm not gonna say names because we're on the air here, but and I go, yeah, everybody fucking hates that motherfucker, And I'm like, why? What's he doing wrong? He's from El Salvador.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I go, fuck that.
You all look the same to me.
Hold on.
You're all Mexican.
No. And then I go, from now on, that guy works with me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to take you on. And then I fucking yell at him
But again,
every day. And I tell him in a year, you're going to be the greatest goddamn plumber on the face of the earth.
isn't it funny that, okay, most people out here think Mexican, Salvadoran, you guys look the same. When I went to Miami, I had kind of the same time between Puerto Ricans and Cubans.
I don't even know what the fuck you look like, Luis.
I look like an Armenian guy.
The only
I
thing-
get Armenian a lot.
The only thing that gives you away is your name.
Luis, No, when I get drunk,
sounds Mexican.
When I
to
get
me.
drunk, I sound like Cheech Marin. When I first joined the military,
yeah.
a lot of people were like,
but you look like Tommy Chong.
Hey man, that's some fucked up shit, man. Especially with the shirt. I just noticed I got the Tommy. I should have brought my bandana, man, and some glasses. Fuck.
I mean, if not that, you look like you're smuggling some fucking cocaine down here.
Yeah, I want to check out your asshole and see what's in there, man.
Just shrimp tacos from last night, man. No, when I first joined the military, I was stationed with a bunch of dudes from like Alabama, Boston. So I heard the accents. I was like, they were like, "Hey man, where the fuck are you from, brother? Like you sound really, really peculiar." And I was like, "What are you talking about? This is how everybody talks."
Yeah.
But they were like, "Nah, you sound really funny." I'm like, everybody talks like this. Because I had a really thick voice.
Because you had a beaner accent.
Hey, no, it's an East LA beaner
It's
accent.
that
Yes.
East, yeah, it's that East LA, yeah.
And I did, but growing up there.
Wasapani.
Well,
Hey, I grew up in El Monte.
oh, okay, so it's right north of my.
Oh, Jesus Christ. All I had was gangbangers and fucking, it was the greatest life I ever led. Man. I love El Monte to this day. And I have some really, really great friends that are like ex-gangbangers.
They're born again Christians now?
No.
right.
They're still all fucked up.
Yeah. The funny was is
But
when
their kidneys are dying and shit, you know?
I love seeing ex-gangbangers. Because I remember when I was a kid, I used to go to the Hollenbeck Youth Center to play basketball, play sports there. And one time they had like these two guys that had been victims of gang violence that were both in wheelchairs. And they were like, hey, we're having this talk where these guys are going to talk about like them being in wheelchairs, this and that. And me and my buddies were like, dude, we're not joining gangs. Like, we don't have to worry about that. But then they told us, oh, well, we got free Subway. So I was like, oh, fuck. Sandwiches. Let's go. But then we go up there, and this guy's, like, popping wheelies and, like, talking about, like, his life in gangs. And me and my buddy started laughing when he started popping the wheelies. And we're cracking up. Like, you want to end up like this? And I was like, but me and my buddy started agitating the guy. Like, well, I don't know, man. That seems kind of cool. We get to be in wheelchairs? And, like, you get to pop wheelies? And these gangbangers were getting mad at us. Like, you don't want to end up like this. And I'm like, I don't know. Maybe I do. Like, what gangs are recruiting right now, man? And we were just fucking with the guys. Like, we're not gonna get it, but
dude, okay. There was a little Christian fellowship around the corner from my place in El Monte,
right.
And it's this is fucked up. But they used to bribe us because I grew up skateboarding, right? So they had these ramps and like fun boxes and stuff. Like they would put them out in the like behind it. And but the thing was, you had to listen to their service, and they bribed us with pizza.
Yeah.
And like, so they were like, come in, and so one time we went and sat in there, ate all their pizza, walked out, got to skate for the night, and then we realized they left all that shit out. So I lived a block away,
So you came
and we stole the fun box from the fucking Christian fellowship.
Damn, you're going to hell, bro. You're going to hell, bro.
And then I put that shit on wheels, and I had all the neighborhood kids come over. We would always skate that motherfucker, and then it was like no one ever came looking for it. I was like, they left it outside, whatever, man.
Our neighborhood, the Hollenbeck Youth Center, every Christmas they would have a toy drive where they would give a free toy. But my dad hated that because my dad would say, like, you're incentivizing people to be lazy. Their parents should be buying their kids presents. Like, my dad's like, look at all these. Sometimes a week before the toy drive, there'd be a long line of people already making line for a free toy. And my dad would drive in the car and he'd be like, look at these fucking losers. Why don't they fucking get jobs? Fucking losers. Like, I buy your fucking presents. I'll never see you guys in the fucking line like that. I'll never get in line for a free handout. My dad was kind of like that. A week later, I'm walking home from school with my buddy. And, like, we're walking by the youth center where the line was, and I start regurgitating everything my dad said, like, look at these fucking losers wanting a free toy. My buddy turns to me and tells me, my mom's in that line. And I was like, oh, but that shows that she really loves you, bro, because my dad would never do that. My dad doesn't love me enough like your mom. I had a back pedal. I felt like an idiot, man. Like, oh, shit. But the funny thing is...
But how beautifully... true is it?
Yeah.
Eloquently.
See
yeah.
that?
The funny thing is...
That's called a callback.
My cousins and I would still make line because it was a Saturday morning before Christmas that they would give out the toys, and there was nothing to do in the neighborhood. So my cousins would be like, "Well, let's go stand in line." But they used to give out stupid little toys. It used to be like a Micro Machine pack set. If you were like, because I mean, it's a lot of kids in there.
And Micro Machine
Right.
is the I mean that's underneath Hot Wheels and fucking Matchbox.
But I tell my cousins the best times I ever had was making line and just hanging out with my cousins, joking around. I always tell them that, like, I never cared about the toy. I never cared about the end result. It was just the line and us trying to make each other laugh that I miss. Like, a lot of kids don't get to do that nowadays. Try to entertain yourself with no technology.
No, because even if you end up with like 2 or 3 of your cousins, all 4 of you are on the fucking phone.
Yeah, they're on their phone.
You know?
Like, it's sad, man.
No, it's fucking. I don't know. I love technology with all my heart. I fought it for a long.
I hate it, man.
I
hate
fought
technology.
it for a long time. I was flip phone Doug.
You know, I'm thinking about going back to a flip phone, man. I ain't gonna lie.
And then this young man came up to me and goes, "Hey, Doug, man, trip out on this. I got this app. It's called Pornhub."
But that's not good,
And
man.
then I left the bar and I went and bought me a smartphone. And
But again, all right, back in the days, trying to get, all right, that's one of the things that I get mad at. Kids nowadays
he came back an arm stronger.
they have porn on their phone nowadays. Back in my day, finding and trying to get porn was half the fun.
Yeah, you gotta find
Yeah.
it in a
That's what I'm saying,
gutter.
hell,
and
it could have been a Sears catalog.
Right.
That
But
was
see,
good.
now
Do
you-
it.
It's like, look at those ladies in those bras.
Right.
I bet they have nipples under there.
I don't think it's healthy. It desensitizes kids nowadays.
Yeah,
man.
I mean-
you're seeing a triple gangbang
Yeah,
when
right.
you're like 15.
Yeah,
By the time you get right now, the biggest problem I think I found out between young men at the age of 25 is erectile dysfunction. Erectile dysfunction at 25, and it's because of all the porn they're watching.
Yeah.
By the time they get to 25, nothing turns them on anymore. And I'm saying,
I thought I had erectile dysfunction, but my ex-wife showed up here tonight, and,
Hey.
you know what? Same here. No,
and I could feel a little chubby coming on.
again.
But I have to finish
The-
this
the-
fucking stupid podcast.
The real
before
thing,
we
though, that's what I'm saying,
delve
though.
in that
Guys
shit.
don't want to go to bars and talk to girls nowadays because they're like, oh, I got porn at home.
Yeah.
I like the hunt. I enjoy going to a bar, seeing if you can try to
Yeah.
get a chick. It's part of the fun of being a man.
Yeah, I was in a graphic arts class, and me and my buddy Bill Meehan, we made these cards, and we called ourselves the Poontang Patrol. And it said the endless hunt for cunt. And then it had
you know what?
and then it had our phone numbers in it, and that's what we printed
You know what?
as
You know what?
cards.
The funny thing is, you are my dad because when I was in the Coast Guard, when I was in the Coast Guard, me and my buddies, on the back of the ship, it's called a Fantail. The Fantail, you know, everybody would smoke in the back of the ship, tell the stories about a port call. And every time we hit a port call, we try to get laid either with chicks on the ship or like chicks on the. And we used to call ourselves the Fantail Raiders, because every time we would hit a port call, we're like, we're gonna get laid, and every time we would get together, we would do the Fantail Raiders, because that's what we would do. We'd hit a port call and we try to raid some poontang.
Yeah.
Funny that you mentioned that. Small world, man.
Hey, shit.
But nowadays, kids don't want to go out and get laid. That's the scary part. They don't want to get cars. They don't want to get their license. They want to stay at home. When I was a kid, getting the fuck away from home was like the biggest thing. Going out and venturing on your own. But now they're like, I just want to stay at home. I got my PlayStation.
I got my
here.
PlayStation 5.
And I'm like, dude,
That's Ryan.
Hey, fuck you, man.
There's chicks out there, man. There's chicks out there that want to
Oh,
get.
hey, Ryan showed up with a chick here.
I
man.
get chicks, man.
I guess
And
it's a
then
different
she
world.
has an icky fucking kid that's like 1.
That's kick
And
ass.
that fucker was inside the house here today, and he's just yelling. He's going, ah!
And then Doug yelled back at
Yeah,
him.
I just decided I let him do it about 5
Yeah.
times, and
Oh,
then
yeah.
I just started going, ah!
Do you have any kids?
Ah! Ah! And that kid stopped everything and came over to the window and showed me his car. It was like, I think I got me a new little buddy.
Do you got kids though?
Yes, I have 2 sons from my first marriage And this is my second wife here. We have a beautiful daughter,
Oh, nice.
and she's given us a granddaughter.
What was easier, the boys or the girls raising?
Yeah, no, it's a mess. I have one kid that was never a problem,
Right.
and that's my middle son. His name's Craig.
All the other kids hate that kid. Yeah.
No, well, I don't know, in my opinion, he's truly a brilliant artist and just an all-around kind man.
Huh.
I mean, I think he actually taught me shit through his growing up.
Yeah.
I don't know. I got my ex-wife here. She's telling me that our daughter might be a little pissed off about me at something I said in one of my podcasts.
See, there you go, technology.
Yeah. But if she's still can have the balls to watch, Julia, I love you with all my heart, and you're a pain in the fucking ass.
Honesty. Same here. For my goddaughter, I know you're chubby. I know you're chubby.
Yeah.
But I love you with all my heart.
Hey,
You're
Fatso!
Hey, that's my goddaughter.
We love you!
That's my goddaughter, Dad.
We fucking love you!
No, yeah, it's because the thing is, I'm not trying to be an asshole. I want her
No!
to be healthy. I don't want her to be healthy.
Yeah!
But
Nobody gets to eat ice cream
Yeah.
at 6:30. Oh, Jesus Christ!
Yeah.
Look what I'd look like if I ate ice cream ever.
You probably look like this guy over here.
I'll
Yeah,
fuck
all
you.
fat like Ryan.
It's so funny. Yeah, I hate you guys so much because
Why?
this is me on my way down too. Like this.
Hey, but that's part of the fun. No, I ended up getting a little bit chubby myself, and my aunt made fun of me, and she
Yeah.
was like, "Oh wow, you're getting chubby," and it motivated me to, all right, I need to lose some weight because if my aunt's calling me chubby, I need to lose a little bit of weight, you know. So I started working out.
I really like the fact that, like, you just, like, fuck it, I ain't cutting my hair, I ain't cutting my beard. This is me, man.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like in the middle of this COVID thing, you know?
Well, again, it's my dad was. My dad's he's an asshole at times, and my dad was saying, "You can't go out, you can't go do this, you can't do that because you might bring the COVID back. You might bring the COVID back." So I stopped shaving and cutting my hair because they're like, well, you don't want me to go out because you don't want me to cut my hair. So I'm like, and now he's pissed off that I got the long hair and the beard. He's like, oh, go get your hair cut, you hippie. I'm like, wait a minute. You said you didn't want me to go out, so fuck that. Why am I going to go out? Like, I'm staying in and I'm going to let this thing grow till it's over. But I'm kind of liking it, man. I'm a big fan of Jim
I
Morrison.
think, dude, I think
it works for you.
I think you're incredibly handsome.
Thank
you have
you.
beautiful
Hey,
eyes.
this guy over here.
Hey, you have
Thank you.
beautiful
I-
eyes,
wow.
Louise.
I feel like, man, I'm feeling like
feel
something special over
You
here.
feel the love.
I've never ever wanted to be with a man
Same here.
so much as
Oh, never mind.
I do tonight.
No, I played this game. I played this game with my buddies one time just to fuck with my buddy. We played the if you were gay, who would you be with?
Oh,
And-
and,
alright.
you had to pick one of
Right.
your buddies?
No. If you were gay, who would you be with? And I said Mike Rowe from Dirty Jobs because I'm like, I would like a guy that could do stuff around the house. I find that very attractive. My buddy, again.
I'm going with your answer.
Right, Mike, a guy that could do stuff around the house is something that I am attracted to.
Oh, wait, hold on. I'm sorry. I was watching a video today at the bar, and it was George Michaels.
See, but not.
Oh,
all right.
I'd fuck the shit out of me some George
Well, you're looking at him
Michaels.
because of the beauty.
Oh, he's just so goddamn. But
I'm not looking at. I'm not
your
looking at
Mike-
looks. I'm not looking
I
at
like
looks.
your Mike Rowe. He'll do a dirty job.
But I'm not looking at the looks.
dirtiest.
I'm not looking at looks. I always say, if I was gay, I would probably trade like a.
Hi, I'm Mike Rowe.
A Korean
and
pop
today, my friend Louise is gonna shove his dick.
No, I'm not even thinking about that. Look, see, you're already thinking about sex. You're thinking about sex. I'm thinking about being with somebody. Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying though. If I was gay, I'm not attracted to men. I'm attracted to curves. I'm attracted to curvy women. If somebody said, "Oh, I would want to be with a guy like The Rock," then you're already looking at a masculine guy. You want a masculine guy. I wasn't when you hear that question, what guy would you be with if you were gay?
Yeah.
I don't go for looks right away.
Yeah, I like women that can't get dates with guys that are in prison.
Ah, okay, that's fucking
Okay.
You like women that can't get dates with guys that are in prison? Huh?
I don't know what that means.
If you were gay, all right.
Okay,
if you were gay, who would you be with?
Me? If
Yeah,
I was
if you were gay.
Probably one of my best friends.
But see, you're already thinking.
Like
You're
which
thinking
one?
weird, man.
What? No, I just saying
Like which one?
because spend some time with and
Yeah.
we watch a game together and I can
I guess that makes sense.
and if the dishes weren't done we could yell at each other over it and then we could fist fight over it.
Who would be the bottom though?
Who would be? Oh, not me for sure.
Okay,
Sure.
See,
Yeah.
if that's not, you're not gay because
I
you're already
just
saying,
do
you
it
can't
doggy
fix it.
No,
style.
no.
That way we never have
No,
to
it's
answer
because
that
it's because the
question.
guy I'm thinking of is definitely a bottom.
Okay, there you go. All right, that makes sense.
I
See,
don't know.
I would. I don't know.
I accidentally went out on a date,
Uh-huh.
and it was a transvestite.
Oh, wowzers.
And we made it all the way to the hotel room, and that's when I was told about the elongated clitoris.
Ah. That was a penis, man.
We had kissed a little bit.
Oh, wow.
I had played with her breast a little bit.
And he was a tranny.
And then I spent all
Excuse
this.
you.
Then I spent all of this
Say that now?
money on a hotel room. And then I was told about the elongated clitoris.
Ah, shit.
Well, fortunately for me, I bought a 12-pack of beer because I was like, ugh,
It's going down.
I'm not into
It's
this
going down.
shit.
I need to get fucked up. This is happening.
No, I just said I'm not into this. So we sat there and we drank 5 more beers each. And then I looked at her, I think, and I said, I need to see.
Curiosity.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And then I went,
That's not no.
all right. So, but we only had one bed in the room, and we were all fucked up. So we.
Did you have the surgery?
No,
So
So
it was like a.
she had a dick.
Yeah, I'm trying to be nice. This is my podcast, you know. I mean,
But
it was elongated clitoris that looked fucking extraordinary, like a wrinkled up fucking cock
oh shit.
slapped around some balls.
The bed was uncomfortable because he woke up with a sore ass too. Though.
Yeah, next morning. That's why I saved.
There was a spring going up my ass the whole fucking
That's
time.
why I saved a beer for the next day.
Yeah,
I'm
cool
not-
it, cool it.
I'm not. Do I just look stupid?
I'm saying, man, like that's what one of my biggest fears is that, like, because again,
Oh, the funny thing is, everybody at the bar
knew about it.
Knew.
Oh, that's fucked up.
Okay.
So when they seen me the next day, they're like, "How'd it go, Doug?"
Yeah.
See, and again,
And I think that's. But
they should let people know though.
I'll
You gotta
tell
let people know.
All right, I'll tell you what though. We drank 5 beers, me and that chick, and I call her a chick because she identifies as a woman.
Right.
She's fucking amazing.
At oral.
I don't know about that. Yeah, I know. Everybody wants it to be. Hey, I'll tell you what.
Do 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 do. You got George Michael playing.
Oh, yeah.
That'll get anybody ready, dude.
Yeah.
That'll get anybody
Last
ready.
Christmas, you gave me your heart, but the very next day.
Told me about.
Oh man.
Anyhow, this isn't about me. It's about you.
Oh, it is
Louise.
about. No, it's about us,
What's
man. It's about
your
everybody.
deal, bro?
I just want everybody to be happy.
What the fuck's your deal?
I want everybody to be happy. Take the stick out of your ass and be like, look, man.
Here we go.
Help out your fellow man. There's a lot of people in here that are or a lot of people in this world that are trying to get to the fucking moon. Where I'm like, half of the world doesn't know how to get clean water. Why don't we start working on helping them, lift them up, and then we try to fucking go to the moon? That's my theory. Like, why don't we help out fellow mankind? There's a lot of people with mental issues, substance abuse issues. going down to LA now, there's a lot of homeless people, and a lot of people say like, oh, they're lazy. I don't think it's laziness.
No,
It's might be a mental issue. Let's help them out.
No.
Let's help them try to figure it
No.
out.
Okay, Louise, here's
What's up,
where
man?
I get to fucking yell at you. a
Let's
little
do it,
bit.
brother. Let's do it.
I worked out in Skid Row, right on 7th and
Same here.
7th and fucking
I gave out food at the Midnight Mission.
All right, well, I worked right on 7th and Main there.
Yeah, I worked right there. I used to work right there in the U.S. Bank Tower.
Oh, okay. So we all have seen it.
And this is drop a fucking atom bomb and let's start the fuck over, man. That fucking place is crazy. I mean, you drive out there in the morning, there'd be naked people running down the street with machetes and shit.
Right.
You need to know their story before you make this snap decision. Sit down.
Right. You don't know if they were molested as a kid and it might have
Don't
messed
care.
them up. Right. But see, that's the thing. I agree. It's the whole like get yourself on your bootstraps, man the fuck up. It wasn't until I saw my mother get diagnosed with Alzheimer's. Look, man. I'm a work dog. I'm a work ethic. From kindergarten to my senior year, missed 3 days of school. I don't miss school. From when I was in the military, I used to sell my vacation back because I was like, I don't miss work. I'm a workaholic. Nobody can outwork me. It wasn't until my mom got sick and I started dealing with some emotional drama that I was like, fuck, man. This is depressing. And I just started drinking myself into a hole. My best friend became a born-again Christian, so I couldn't talk to him because all he wanted to talk about was Christ. My other best friend died on my birthday on his motorcycle accident. My little brother, I don't talk to him because he's with his wife and whatnot. So my mom, who was my other person that I would vent to, ended up getting sick with Alzheimer's, so I can't talk to her. So the people that I would vent to went away. And I was stuck to myself, not able to figure out what am I going to do next? What am I going to do next? And again, some people might say like, oh, you're like, man the fuck up, pull your bootstraps up and get back to work. But what's the point? That's when I was like, dude, I don't feel like working anymore. It fucked with my head a lot. And that's the thing that now, the older I get, I agree. I used to say, like, man, some of these guys just need to stop being lazy and get a job. But you know,
I'm not even going with lazy.
What is it?
going.
What is it?
They all get EBT.
Some of them.
Oh, no.
Some of them just want to be. I even started thinking about it.
I watch all these Christian groups come through and try and fix them fuckers up.
I don't care if it's Christianity or therapy.
They're all nuts.
No, but whatever works for you, work for you.
I'm just as nuts though. I just
Same here.
go to work.
Exactly. Same here.
You literally used to be the guy that would sit down with a guy at 7-Eleven.
Oh, I know.
I want to hear. Yeah, but I want to hear this. But okay.
I help people.
Oh, I went to a 7-Eleven one time, and there was these two young kids, healthy as a horse, and this old man went up to them and they were like asking for change, and the old man said, "I got a car over there. I'll give you $10 each if you guys wash it." They're like, "No, we don't want to wash it." The old man said, "Then fuck you guys." I agree with that. There is a lot of pieces of shit that just don't want to work.
Yeah.
And it pisses me off. When I was in Miami, I saw this old lady, like must have been like 60 something. Doing yard work in the Miami heat. The Miami weather is super hot, and she was doing yard work, and there was just these guys that would go around asking for change. I agree with that. Those pieces of shit that just don't want to work because they want a quick fix or whatever. I agree. Those motherfuckers shit. But if you get to the root of it, why are they that piece of shit? They didn't have a strong male role model. My dad was a strong male role model. My dad worked his ass off, and he taught me how to have a strong work ethic. A lot of these guys didn't have that. So how do you expect them to know how to fish if nobody ever taught them how to fish? So, again, you got to stop whining, stop being a little bitch. I agree, but sometimes there's people that are dealing with some shit that is beyond your grasp. Like, if you're a little girl and, like, your dad molested you, it's going to fuck you up and make you into a whore. And you don't know why because you thought, like, oh, my dad loves me. He's supposed to take care of me.
Well, but then what? All right, maybe you're... So if you become a whore... and you're out on Skid Row, does that make you a really shitty whore?
The drugs, that's, again, yeah, no, it might, yeah. Cause
I mean, it's like, that way when you go to bed, it's like, Jesus Christ, I'm not even good at selling pussy.
Well, again,
But it becomes a behavioral issue where
Right.
where you're constantly putting yourself in a position to be a failure.
right.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, I'd rather just.
I would imagine that as well.
And that's what I'm saying. So now the older I get, the younger
All
me,
right,
the
you
20.
guys are changing.
No,
my
no, no,
mind.
right. The 20-year-old me, I would have been like, fuck these guys. Get out of your bootstraps and man
Thought
the
this
fuck
was
up.
supposed to be a funny.
It is. We're still laughing.
I thought
We're
that's
still
why we
laughing.
got a fucking comedian.
No.
We got fucking this guy.
But are you feeling
All of
something?
a sudden,
I
fucking
made you
Charlie
change.
Manson
I
is
made you-
fucking yelling at
I got Madonna's
They
big
don't call me
dick
Charlie
coming out of
Manson.
my. He called you Charlie Manson.
You know him and I share a birthday, November 12th.
Oh, nice.
I just posted a picture of that shit.
Shut.
Charles Manson, November 12th. Him and fucking Ryan Gosling are November 12th Scorpios.
Hey,
Well, Brian Gosling makes sense.
I think Charlie Manson makes more.
Anyway, we got about 5 to 10 minutes, boys. So
All right. Hey, so anyhow, what a magnificent way to meet a human being, Louise.
Yeah, I always say, drinking a beer is the best way.
I think we'll be friends forever, man. Thank you so much for coming and doing my podcast.
Thank you for having me, man. I really appreciate it, brother.
I want you to come up with one more idea, try and make it funny, and then when you're done with it, you look at the camera and you say, "My name's Luis," and you can put your last name in if you like, and say, "That was my deal."
Okay.
so
Your
final
turn.
thoughts.
Final thought. Technology is killing us. When I was a kid, I used to watch the cartoon with the guy with the blue ox. John Henry?
Paul Bunyan.
Paul Bunyan and the blue ox
Yeah.
versus the machine.
Yeah.
And I think technology and machines is messing us up. It used to be where you bought an album, you listen to the album beginning to end. I just smoked a bowl the other day, listened to Animal Sounds by the Beach Boys the other day. It was an awesome feeling. Now you just hear one song because you hear the song. Technology is destroying us. We need to revert a little bit and retard ourselves. Get a grill, barbecue some meat on a Friday night, listen to some oldies. Go camping and get away from technology. Technology is not healthy for us. I'm learning that the older I get. My name is Luis Noriega. I'm telling you, stay away from technology because it is the devil. The Terminator 2 was not wrong, man. I'm telling you. So I'm Luis Noriega. Follow me on NoriegaComedy.com. That's it for me, man.
That's my deal.
That's my deal. And that's my deal, brother. Yeah.
Hey, Mr. Louise.
Yes, sir.
That's exactly why I built this podcast, sir. Thank you so much.
You gotta get the message out, brother.
No, no, no. No, I mean, it's like just two guys sat down, shot the shit for an hour.